Hello, it is 9:48 p.m. Eastern Time, December the 10th, 2021. And as you can see in this, in here that I have already drew this picture, okay? So you can draw your own picture, okay? Draw whatever you want to draw and just go along with me with the painting, okay? Because in this section, I'm going to teach you how to go over your drawing with your paint. The easy way, without using the paintbrush, okay? Now, some of this, I might use a paintbrush, I might not, but I'm going to show you both ways. So what I did here is I drew the pictures as you can, drew a picture as you can see, and now I'm going to show you how to go over it. In my first section, I teach you how to draw. This is the second section, okay? So let's get started. So I gotta do it this way, y'all, so I can see it, okay? So I had to switch around. So as you already see, we have the curtains up. So I'm just gonna go over this line. And you don't have to, like, if you get out of the line, like, see how I'm doing this? If you missing, go over to the side, don't worry about it, because this color is going to be purple, okay? And then again, I don't know, I might make it another color, but I'm just saying, don't worry about it if you go out of the lines when you do it this way, because you can always fix it. So let's do this, go across. And I know I'm probably going kind of fast for some people. I hate when people go fast on me, but I didn't mean to go fast for y'all, but I hope that you can still keep up. If not, rewind it back and go slow when you rewind it back. That's all. It's not that serious. So when you do this, though, you're going to have to do this type of painting because it gets sloppy. You're going to have to do it somewhere where you can mess shit up. And if you are underage watching this, because this is for adults and children. So if you are underage watching this, you have to get permission from your mom or whoever your parent is, or whoever is watching you to do this. That way they can tell you, like, put you in the kitchen. You might not want to do it in the living room or the dining room if you got rugs, because it can accidentally drop, especially with kids. Some adults drop shit. I know I do, but because the way I'm doing this can get sloppy, okay? So, yeah. And even if you say, I can't do that because my hands ain't steady enough, you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. That goes for the adults and the kids. And it might take you a little longer if you don't have steady hands. And you might come out the edges when you're doing that, but you can always paint over it. You can always, what you got to do is, like, if you go out the edges, say you have white, and you made this white, and you go out the edges, all you have to do is just put black in there. Paint that black. You know? You have to be creative with it. You know what I'm saying? Be creative. Sometimes when you mix your color, sometimes when you do that and you mix the colors, like, say I come on out the line, and I can't go over it with no other color because it's too dark, so I have to go over it black, because black is the only color that will cover it. That purple color might mix in with the black and make it something a pretty color. So, you know, don't worry about going over out the edges. Really, it's not important to go out the edges. But I know all y'all, or I want y'all, not all y'all, but I want y'all to make your own drawings, though. I don't want you to draw exactly what I drew. Okay, you can draw this, but don't do what I did. Like, make your drawings different. Okay, so see how I just did this? This is, as you can see that there, let me see, here you go. This is the stage, okay, and behind her is a studio. You know the studio, how you go back there and you sing or you rap, and nobody can't hear you, and they're out there taking pictures. So you know how the studio, different bands might come to that studio, different R&B, rock and roll or whatever might come to that studio and use the same studio. So that's what this is, a studio and a stage, Okay, this part right here, where you see them taking the picture, is the stage, and then where you sing at is the back of this female that I drew. Okay, so basically it's a studio. It's the way I want the studio to look. Okay, so now, as you see, I went over that. Now, normally I will wait until this completely dries before I go over the other parts with paint. But since it's sitting way up here, I don't have to worry about my hands going in there. So I can go over these people right here, okay? So if you're doing the painting and you might stick your hand in there, you know, you don't like now, okay? When I go over him, I can go over him, but I like for it to dry first normally before I go over any other part, because you know you can get messy with it, stick your hand in it, fuck it up. Which it don't matter, because once I go over him, I'm gonna go over him with brown or black. So if I come out the lines, the brown, say I do brown, I come out the lines, I can always go over that, paint over that again, and just make it thicker. So you can always go over the paint when you come out of line. So this type of paint right here in these type of bottles is good to do this type of shit right here. Oh, sorry kids, this stuff right here. Because all you gotta do is just spill it on and go over it like you did the pencil. Like when you drew it, just go over it and I'll show you. But I use this sometimes. Where are you at? I use this sometimes, and I just dip it in the paint and I let it drop over it, and I'll show you that too. Okay. And another good one is these type of paints that come in this tubes is good to use too when you don't going over the line, especially with his hair, the way his hair is. Like I showed you, you can rewind it if you want. I don't want to keep turning this around because I don't want it to mess up. So let me see if I can do it like this. Okay, see his hair? I can use that to go over with it. Okay, so now I'm going to start with his hair. Okay, what color do I want his hair? It doesn't matter what color you can't even get it out. It doesn't matter what color you do his hair. You can do his hair whatever color you want, but I'm trying to think what color do I want to do his hair. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a piggy by sight. No. Let's try this. I never used this on somebody's hair when I'm doing my painting that I remember. You know what? Yeah, I did. Did I do this? I know I used this as a face. Oh yeah, I think I might have did this at the hair. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. Shit. Okay, so I'm using this color for his hair, right? See, sometimes see how that just happened? Look. See, I put too much on there, too much dropped out. So, I mean, you can keep it that way if you want his, you could keep it that way if you want and go all the way around making his hair like that. But I'm going to take my brush, this type of brush, or you can have a smaller, skinnier one, and I'm just going to go like this. And I'm just going to see how I'm going over it. See, this brush is kind of fucked up. I hate when it does that. There, see? You have to get that edge on there. Alright, so I'm going to pour a little bit more on there. See how I'm going over it? Now, if you say, well, damn, I can't do that. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. Don't use your brush. Like, I'm going to use this brush right now. Use your brush, see? And you see how that color is different, but it's the same color, but you see that? Look, that's light and that's dark, but it's this color, but that part came out light and that came out a little bit darker, and that's okay. See, I can't use this stupid thing. Shit. I need some more paint brushes. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Alright, let's try this one. Because that one keep coming apart. And so I just basically go like this. It don't gotta be perfect. See how I'm doing that? Just go like that. Make some swiggity lines. That's it. And okay. So now I'm gonna see. What color am I gonna do his face? Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna do, let's see. I'm gonna shake this one up. And I hope you can see this real good. I'm gonna shake this one up. I'm gonna pour it in the top. Alright, I'm gonna go like this, like stir it around a little bit. Cause I think I got some black in with this paint. From like when you really should wash your brushes off and then stick it in your paint. Cause that's how you get, I got black paint in here. Okay, now I'm gonna go over his face. And you know what I just noticed? This is the same color as his hair. But we still gonna do it. Alright, now I had to go over his nose. Now I'm going to oh shit, now I'm going to go over his mouth. I don't want his mouth the same color. I want his lips to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to use this color for his lips. Because this person, or this cartoon character, or whatever you want to call it, is going to, or animated person, is going to be either a black person or a Spanish person. So that's why I'm making their lips this color. See, I need new toothbrushes. This toothbrush is fucking up. But see how I'm not even touching it. I'm just letting the paint drip on his mouth. And see how I kind of messed that up? You can even go like this when you mess up before it dries. You can go like this. Oh damn. And then let me get this again. And then you just go like that. You're going to paint it, so it's going to be, I wouldn't even worry about it. See how I'm going to do it? Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm just going to go like this, right? Now see, this paint right here is like watered down. So I don't like the watered down paint because it comes out stupid. There. Now see how I just wiped that off and now I can see the pencil mark. Okay. And don't worry about it. When you do it like this, it's not going to look like that because you're going to cover it up. Because I'm going to paint this a different color. So all that's going to be covered that I messed up. So let's try this again. Now see how I just do that? I just do that. I just did that. I'm going to let that dry. Now, see how I'm wiping this up? I'm just going to wipe this up like that, right? And like I said, you're going to be like, oh, damn, I fucked it up. No, you didn't. Just do what I'm doing. See how I'm doing that? Just do what I'm doing. See how I'm cleaning it up to make it look better? Because sometimes when you use the watered down paint, it's watered down, so you gotta be careful when you doing it. When you paint with the watered down paint, this is the watered down paint. I don't really like the water. I don't like the watered down paint. Okay, but I brought it because it was cheaper, and plus it was a big bottle, and it lasts as long. And sometimes you got to do that when you don't have the money. But really, the paint that's good to do this with, where you don't have to worry about it being all watery and you fucking it up and too much paint coming out. You use paint like this. This is not the watered down paint. Actually, this one is a professional kind, but you use shit like this, so you don't have to worry about it. That comes in shit like this, so you don't have to. Ooh, damn! I'm sorry, kids. So you don't have to worry about it getting all messed up. I'm sorry, kids. 25 cents for the cuss jar. So see how I messed that up? Now I'm going to go over his face. Okay. So let me see what I want to make him. Okay. His lips is that color. I want to make his nose darker, because his face is going to be darker. So, or lighter. Yeah. I'm going to use another watered down paint. This is watered down too. The only reason why I use it, because it came in a big thing, and I needed paint, and I didn't have time to be ordering on the websites to get the proper paint that I need. I needed it right in there. Now, if I had time to order on the website, I would get the other kind, like I told you. So now I'm gonna go over his face and his nose. And if you mess up, you can, like I said, just wipe it off before it dries. That's all. And don't worry about messing up, because it's going to come out right. Because when I like mess up, like now, I don't like that. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. I don't like the way that nose looks. All right, so I'm going to go like this. And I don't have to use that. I can go like this too, like I showed you before. See? Alright, now let me try this again, because Jesus Christ is trying to mess me up. Stop it, Jesus Christ. That's what I'll be saying. I'll be like, stop it, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to show the kiddies how to do this thing. Shit. All negativity, go away. All jealousy, bye. Speaking of jealousy, we do not want no trolls on here, no jealous adults, okay, and no bullying other people and saying stupid stuff. We don't want that type of people on here, okay? This is for kids too, so be respectful. You know, be respectful, and then you two don't play that. At least I don't know what they do for other people, but they don't like when you all know what you two about. So just be respectful, because I don't want to have to delete or block anybody. Okay, so see how I did that? Now I'm gonna show you. Wait a minute. See that? Where you at? See that? See how it look right now? You're like, that don't look right. It's gonna look right. Trust me. You see how I came out the lines because of that watered down paint? I'm gonna go over that with the back when I do the background. So I ain't gotta worry about that. That's what I was saying. So let's do one more. Ooh, shit. I see how I just stuck my hand in here. Let's do one more, and then we're gonna finish. Okay, we're back. Now, I am going to do his hair. Now I'm going to make his hair the same color as I made the guy's face. So this is his hat, not his hair, I'm sorry. This is a hat. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going too quick. Now, as you can see, see how I'm not touching it, I'm just letting the paint drop on it. And like I said, you gotta be careful with this type of paint because it's watered down. So you might come out the lines like I did when I did his face. Now, I don't want you to pick your canvas up like this if your hands ain't steady. I'm just doing that so you can see it. Because I don't want to move that camera and then start fucking up again. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. See how I'm just letting that drop on there. Now, if you can't do it that way, it's okay. Do it the way you feel comfortable doing it. If you want to just go over it with your paint, but you still don't have to press hard. Oh, and when you draw this, try not to draw real hard, because I gotta have it. See how my drawing is? I gotta have it a drawing real hard, so I always have to do my paintings. Sometimes I have to go over it more than once. See how I just did that and the paint just dropped? Look. See how I just did that and the paint just dropped somewhere else? That's what I'm talking about with the oily paint. But I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to go over the background and you're not going to be able to see that brown shit. Or I might just keep it like that because that looks, I can keep it like that. So here we go. This can either be his hair or a hat. It's whatever you want it to be. See, I just messed up again. I just see how that watered down paint does. I wouldn't recommend you to use the watered down paint for beginners because you be coming out of line. But I'm gonna show you how when I came out of the line how I fixed it and made it look right. I'm about to show you now. See, look at that. See, I fixed it. All you can see is the brown shit right here, but I'm gonna go over that, and you ain't gonna be able to see it. Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go over his hair. And I'm probably going kind of fast, but you know, just you can rewind it and go back and see what I'm doing. You don't have to do the same thing I'm doing. So I'm going over his hair. See how I'm just letting that drop on there because it's watered down. Now the other paint you can't let it drop on there because it's not watered down, but this is watered down paint, so you can let it just fall on there on the parts. And like I said, if you go out of the lines, it's okay because you can always cover that up. Now, you know what? I'm going to do his mouth a different color. And we're back. I'm going to do his mouth a different color. Now I'm going to use the darker color. Okay, this is watered down too. All right, so I'm going to take this one again. I had it in water, so I got to dry it off to do it. So when you do that, dry it off before you stick it in the paint. And now I'm just going to go over his mouth with this color. Some people do have dark lips. I've seen people with dark lips. Okay, now I'm gonna go over. No, that's good. The only thing I'm not liking right now is that fucking nose. Hold on. I'm gonna go over his nose again, y'all. Yeah. See how I just did my hand like that? Like you can do that because you're gonna go. See how I just did that? Smeared it. It's okay because I'm gonna go over that with a darker color. You ain't gonna be able to see it, and it's gonna come out real. It's gonna come out nice, y'all. So when you do it like that, don't worry about it because it'll come out nice. I always get paranoid and think it ain't. Oh, I fucked up. It ain't gonna come, but it will. And sometimes when you mess up. Your paintings come out good when you're done. You be like, oh shit, that shit nice. I thought I messed it up, but you actually didn't. And you actually did something that you wasn't trying to do. It's like that. So when you see how see how I got smudges on there? I'm not worried about it because I'm going to go over that with a darker color and you ain't going to be able to see that smudge. Now his lips, I'm not going to finish his lips. I'm going to wait till that dries. So right now it looks fucked up, right? But when I'm done, it's going to look nice. All right, so let's see, what else we going to do before I go? All right, I'm going to use this glow in the dark right here. See that? See that glow in the dark? Okay, and I'm going to go over this instrument right here. I'm going to go over this one. All right, so remember, press softly. Wait a minute. You might have to shake it and press it on something before you do it on your canvas. And see how I'm just, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. See how I'm just going over this? I'm letting it drop on there. See? Come on, Jesus Christ. See how I'm doing that? I'm just letting it drop on there. I'm going to squeeze it out a little bit. Now this paint is watered down, but it's not watered down like the other paint. It's really watered down. And you kind of shake it. That's okay. Like I told y'all, you can see how I went out of line? I'm not even going to stress it. I'm just going to go like this. Go like this. See how I got my little paint towel right there for my paint? I'll wipe it on there. And I'll just go like that. See how I'm doing that? See how I'm removing that? Let me get this closer so you can see. Alright. Now see the orange? I'm gonna go like this because I went out of the line. I'm now wiping it on my shirt. So when you do paint, make sure you got clothes on that you don't care about. Okay? That's the clothes that you wear when you're doing painting. Like this shirt right here and these pants is my painting pajamas. So I have on my painting pajamas, okay? Because sometimes I just wipe the shit on my shirt. So do not wear no good clothes when you're painting because it gets sloppy. I don't care if you've been painting and drawing for 50 years. If you do it, it's going to get on you. And especially if you do it the way I'm doing it right now. So see how that is? See how I did that? Now let me do this a little bit. Okay. Now, see, you can still see the pencil. See that? You can see the pencil. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. See how I just picked that paint up? And like I said, today, I don't know why, but today it's messing up. Usually I don't go out of line like this, but you know how Jesus Christ is. He likes to show off and make you fuck up your painting and let the evil eye people work with you. That's what I call them, evil eye motherfuckers. Stop trying to fuck me up. So I messed up a little bit, so I went over it again. And as you can see, it's still all good. Alright? It's still all good. So, so now, as you can see, I came out the line a little bit, but like I said, I ain't worried about that. And as you can see, that's why I said this is watered down too, but it's not as bad as the other one. But you can still work with this type of paint if this is all you can, this is cheaper. So, and then you get a big bottle of it. So that's why I always get it. All right, now, hold on. See this kind, and I don't know why God is letting it do it today, because I usually don't have a problem with this type of paint, but God is messing me up. And I know y'all probably like, God, what's she talking about? Everybody don't believe in God the way you do. Everybody got their own free will. Kiddies, just remember, you have your own free will, and you have the choice to believe what you want to believe. And even parents don't have the right to tell you what to believe in. Even if you're little, you shouldn't force your kids to be in your religion. Even if you're little, you shouldn't. Like my mom used to force us to go to church. Why you forcing us to go to church? If we old enough to say, I don't want to go to church, you shouldn't make us go. Because you notice church kids, sometimes, we wasn't bad though, but church kids are the worst kids. But we wasn't bad, but when your parents make you go to church, and not just church, any type of religion that you don't want to go to, and they make you go to it, you don't go to church no more. When your parents make you go to church, when you get older, you don't want to go to church because they made you do it, and you didn't want to go. Now, and parents tend to do that when you're. I have to see if you a baby or something. You don't know no better. You don't know if you in church or not. But once you get a certain age and your kids say they don't want to go to church, you shouldn't make them go. Because that's going to turn them away from church. So that's why you see a lot of kids that don't go to church no more. Because parents made them go when they was young and they didn't want to go. You know, they was old enough to say, I don't want to go to church. I don't like church. It's too long. And you know what? Black churches, I ain't trying to talk, I ain't going to say black, I'm going to just say this. Baptist churches and shit like that, because white people got Baptist church too, but their churches never last long. So you know what, I'm gonna just say what I said. Black people churches, and y'all know I'm right. And kiddies, this ain't no disrespect. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not saying nothing disrespectful. I'm just saying our people, black churches, don't get out of church until like 3 o'clock. Sometimes longer, and y'all know it. They do. They start late and they end late, or like they might start what's it called, Sunday school might start at a certain time, like 9 o'clock, and then church might start at 12. But then our church don't get out till like after 3 o'clock. You be sitting there hungry, stomach fucking growling. You know, sorry kids, again, 25 cents for the cuss jar. What's that, 50 cents now? Stomach be growling, you know what I'm saying? Kids be all hungry and stuff. So yeah, I never made my kids go to church. My mom did though. When they stayed the night with her, my mom used to make them go to church, and they liked the church because they was little. You know, they didn't care. They didn't, you know, they was babies. But once they start getting old enough to say, I don't want to go to church, my mom used to get mad. Well, I'm taking you home, nigga. Oh, excuse me. I'm taking you home, then. You going home to your mom. And I'm like, why you bring them back? You said you wanted them for a couple more days, or you wanted them for the weekend. That nigga, I mean, he talked about he don't want to go to church. So, if he don't want to go to church, he can't stay the night. That's wrong. You shouldn't do that. That's forcing the kid to do something they don't want to do. I mean, kids know. They know when you get a certain age, you know what you like and what you don't like. That's all I'm saying. Like when you're a baby, you don't care. You just want to be with grandma. But once you start getting older and going to school and stuff like that, and you know you don't want to go to church no more because grandma made you go so much. And then when the kids get older, they don't like church and they don't go because you forcing them to do something they don't want to do. Just say, if you don't want to go to church, you don't have to. So I used to tell my mom, bring them home then. I said, don't force my kids to go to church. I don't force religion on my kids. When I joined the Santeria religion, even though my kids was older when I joined the Santeria religion, but I'm just saying, I didn't force, my kids was teenagers when I joined, wasn't it? Yeah, I think they was. I don't remember how old they were. They grown now. But I didn't force my kids to be in a religion because I was in it. You know what I mean? I don't do that to my kids. I never force my kids to go to church. Like my mom said, he don't want to go to church. Talk to him. I said, Mom, you don't got to go if you don't want to. And I told my kids, if you don't want to go, just come home. She want to bring you home, come home. Oh, he got the devil in him because he don't want to go to church. No, he don't got the devil in him. He just don't want to go to your church. It's too long. Having people starving and shit. You know, certain kids can't sit that long. Certain adults can't sit that long. I mean, it's boring to them. They don't understand what the hell you talking about. And then some churches, like they got people who take the kids downstairs and stuff and play games with them. But still, they might not, even if they don't want to go to church, they don't want to go to church. So I used to tell my mom, bring them home then. Don't force my kids to go to church they don't want to. Bring them home. You the one said you wanted them. You know, you want to keep them for the weekend. You want to take them to church. But if they say they don't want to go, why would you punish them and say, oh, you don't want to go, you got to go home? That's fucked up. Just because they don't want to go to church and praise the... I forgot kids on here, so let me shut up. But all I'm saying is to the adults is, don't force your kids into religion. Don't force your kids to go to church if they don't want to. I could see if you don't have a babysitter and you don't want to leave your kids home or whatever, however you do your shit. Because I know 12 years old, you're allowed to babysit and you're allowed to leave your kids at home, okay, when they're 12. So, I don't know, some of y'all kids might not be 12, or some of y'all kids probably is 12, but, you know, some people even though they 12, they won't leave them at home by themselves, and they won't allow them to babysit by themselves. So, everybody got their own rules, but I'm just saying, if you do leave your kids home by themselves at 12 or let them babysit, and they say they don't want to go to church, don't force the kids to go to church. Don't force those kids in your religion, even whether it's Christianity or it's whatever, Santeria or whatever. You don't force your kids into that, and you know, you really shouldn't take your kids to not certain religion, but your kids, I'm gonna just say this, Santeria, well, I can't just say Santeria, because Christian people do the same thing Santeria people do. They get knocked out in the Holy Spirit and all that shit too. So, I mean, if you can find a babysitter, or if you can leave your kids home and somebody's there to take care of them, then yeah. But I know a lot of people don't like leaving their kids by themselves when they're 12, because, you know, anything can happen when you're a fucking adult too. So it's crazy now. So I get it. If you don't have nobody to watch them, or if they can't stay the night at their friend's house while you go to church, then, you know, they gotta go with you. And then you just gotta explain to them, I don't have a babysitter for you, and I'm not leaving you by yourself until you turn 18, if that's how you do what you do. Okay, now I'm going over this with Brown. And I hope you can see what I'm doing, y'all. But y'all already see, I already showed you what I'm doing. I'm going to show you though. Hold on. Because I don't want this to... See how I got all this paint on here? See how I did that? That's what I'm talking about. If you do that, don't worry about it. See how I'm just letting this drip? I'm just letting this drip on there. I'm going to do it one more time so you can see it. See, this is watered down paint. See that? It just fell on there. And see how I got all out of the edges and shit? I ain't even worry about that, because I'm going to paint it. When I paint all this and this dries, then I'm going to go over the background. So now I'm going over this. Alright. If that cut off, that meant that I was going to a break. I had to take a break, y'all. And so I had to pause it. I'm going to learn how they do it, where they make it speed it up. I'm going to try to do it that way if I know how. I'm going to try to figure out how to do it that way. But right now, I'm doing it this way. So instead of me going in and coloring this, I'm going to leave it like this so it can dry. So let me show you. So let me turn it around so you can see. See that? Ooh, I stuck my hand in there. But see that? See how I came out the edges? I'm not worried about that, because I'm going to go over that with a color that's going to cover all that up, the background. And so this is how I did it. I just let the water paint drip down on that instead of me using my paintbrush. Because when you use your paintbrush with this water down paint, you can see the lines when you drew it. So it's best to do it that way, but you can do it the other way if you want. But this is how I do it. And see how it's all messed up and shit? Now watch, when I finish it, it's going to be real nice. You're going to be like, oh, that is nice. So now I'm going to stop, because I keep sticking my hand in this paint. So I'm not going to finish. I'm going to finish, but I'm going to finish in the next video, okay? Well, when you click on this video again, it's gonna be done. I just want to come here and show you how to do this. So, it's now 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It is 12/10/2021, December the 10th, 2021. And I am going to finish this up. And when I come back on, I'm going to show you how it looks. Okay? After I'm done this painting and it dries, I'm going to gloss it up. I'm going to do a video to show you how to gloss it up, right? And then once that I gloss it up and I let that dry, then I'm going to spray it with glossy spray to make it shiny. All right. And if I had like a frame to put in this, I will put a frame in it and I will show you after it's all done how it looks. And it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be nice looking. You're gonna like it. So this is my cartoon character animated drawing. Okay, this is not a realistic. This is just like a cartoon drawing. Okay, and so it's gonna look real nice. You're gonna like it. So what you do is you draw your picture first, and then you go over it with paint. So in my first video, I show you how to draw, and then this video shows you how to go over it with paint. All right. So adults, you know, just watch your kids. Don't let your kids do this painting shit in your room, your living room that you own. That's nice, you know, or buy your furniture and then you want to beat them because they got paint on it. Okay, don't let them paint in that room. And when your kids is little and you let them paint, you have to stay with them and watch them paint because little kids, you know how they do. They'll stop painting and go in the living room and put it all on your wall and shit. So and then y'all be wanting to beat them, and you can't be beating your kids for something that you did. And I know I used to punish my kids when they got paint on the wall and shit. And but I never punish my kids when I always put my kids in a room where they can paint. But I remember the one time my kids had their own room together when they was little, and I gave them crayons. I shouldn't have gave them kids no goddamn. If I gave them crayons, what I should have did was hide the crayons. Instead of putting it up in their closet and shit like that in their drawers and telling them, don't touch the crayons unless, don't write on the wall. Boy, they was little. So they probably forgot I said don't write on the wall. I came up there, my kids had white crayon all on my wall. I had to get it repainted. So and they got punished for it, which now I'm looking back at that and I shouldn't have punished them for that because that was my fault. I think I did apologize to my kids when I punished them because it was my fault that they wrote on the wall. They was little. They don't remember you say don't write on the wall. And even if they do, they kids. So that's why you can't put crayons around your kids. I know you want your room to be pretty and stuff like that, but when they little like that, you don't put no crayons or no paint in their room. Especially if you have a room that has somebody has a room with white rugs. They got white rugs in their kids' room. Okay, and if you leave paint around them, okay, because kids know how to climb up on things. And you left paint around and they got it on the floor. That's your fault. You shouldn't have punished them for that. That was your fault. If you're going to buy paint and crayons and shit like that for your kids, you need to hide that in it somewhere else, not in their room, because y'all was kids once. We used to climb up on shit, get the chair and stuff like that. So yeah, you have to move that somewhere where they don't know where. Don't show them where you're putting it at. And just hide it from them and put it somewhere real high. But y'all adults know what to do. That way you won't get paint, but somebody got white rugs. Somebody got white rugs. Right, white rugs, but the rug is like fluffy. I like those type of rugs. That's what I'm gonna get for my for my living room. I'm gonna get a white rug. White fluffy rug. But yeah, somebody has a white fluffy rug. And I feel like you have it in your kids' room. So maybe you bought the house apartment. It was already in there when you rented it. I don't know. But something about white rugs. Okay, I hate when I say I don't know. I do know. But I'm saying something about the white rugs and white rug came to me, and maybe and I feel like your kids have a white rug in their room. So if your kids are young and they got a white rug in their room and it was like that and you can't do anything about it because it ain't your house or whatever, I would recommend you buy a rug and put it on that, because that white rug gonna get fucked up. If your kids, I mean, you can have a white rug in your bedroom and you can drop something on it. You know how we are adults. We drop shit on our white rug. We don't get in trouble. We don't get punished. So stop punishing your kids because you do stupid shit like give them soda and juice in that room where the white rug is at, knowing that they could drop it by accident because you drop shit. Oh shoot, 25 cents for the cuss jar. What is that? 75 cents now. So I'll be back right after this. Okay, so at the bottom of your screen, look at the bottom of your screen, y'all. You see that subscribe? Hit it. Take your mouse, take your finger, and hit that subscribe. You see that notification bell that just popped up? Or that notification? Hit it. A bell will pop up. When that bell pops up, you hit that bell. You'll get notification of all my children and adult children and adult painting, or children and adult whatever I'm doing for children and adults. And also you get notifications of all the adult things that I'm doing on here. Okay, and so I will make sure I put I will make sure I always go by YouTube's guidelines. So I will make sure I have it for like for kids. When it says for kids, that's why I'll push that so y'all know that's for kids. Now, if you, I playing my part, you two playing their part. Now, y'all parents gotta play your part. So yeah, don't be trying to get on here talking about why you saying this and kids is on here and all that dumb shit. Okay, because you got 25 cents again for the cuss jar. I keep cussing. That's $1. Excuse me, kiddies. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So at the bottom of your screen, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. Don't forget to make comments at the bottom of your screen. All that's at the bottom of your screen, okay? Don't forget, adults. Be respectful of, because kids is on here. When you make comments, don't be talking dumb. Anybody that comes on here jealous, that's jealous of whoever, and that's, you know, bullying or anything like that, I will block you. I will delete you. I don't care how many likes I got. Oh, and don't forget, hit that thumbs up. I don't care how many thumbs up I got, how many people I have. I will block you, because I know a lot of people say, I'm not here for the likes, so I'll block you. But then when it comes to blocking them, they don't, because they're getting paid. I'm not getting paid for this, okay? And right now, I'm not asking for donations, and I doubt if I do ask for donations, because I don't think that, oh, for this particular thing I do. You know, for this particular thing, I might ask for donations, or I might just put, you can donate if you want. But like adults, for my readings and my discernment messages, and the messages that I use with tools, with tools meaning like tarot cards or a crystal ball, or I don't know why I just heard hopscotch or anything like that. That's tools. Okay, if I use anything like that and I'm giving out a reading, I don't ask for donations, and I don't charge people for readings, because I think that readings should be free. That's just me, my opinion, how we handle this over here with this with these videos. This is how we do it. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so I just feel like I shouldn't have to ask for donations. If you want to donate, it's up there, and just go ahead and donate. Right now, I don't have it like that yet. I might have it like that about time I upload this video. So, you know, if you want to do that, do it. If you want to send something, send something. But I really don't. It depends if I'm going to accept it. I have to. I have gifts, so I can tell if you sending me some negativity or something messed up. So yeah, we'll just say that. So don't forget, at the bottom of your screen, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and don't forget to comment all at the bottom of your screen. And I'm gonna show you this before we go. See how I went over that and how I came out the lines. Okay, I'm gonna go over that. So it's gonna come out look really nice. And this is the glow in the dark paint. So this glows in the dark. So it's really gonna be neat. All right. So don't forget, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comments all at the bottom of your screen. Cincha.